What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing great. Hopefully, anybody that has submitted any type of adjustment of status, DACA stuff, hopefully, you guys are getting responses that you are hoping to get. And a question that I get a lot is, especially when I post on my on the adjustment of status group Facebook page, and if you haven't checked it out, I encourage it a lot, because if you want to do it yourself and save yourself $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 from a lawyer, if your case is pretty simple, right? No criminal record, no DUIs, your record is clean and it's a good straightforward. And if you've done advanced parole or have any type of legal entry, and if it's a very easy case, I would suggest you guys doing it yourself. At first, at a glance, it's gonna look like it's super overwhelming at first, but take it one application at a time, take it one question at a time, ask the group about that question that you're unsure of, and it's pretty straightforward with that. Like I said, every time I had a question with like your working credits, with basically everything, I always asked the group, and they always gave me a response, because out of those 40,000 plus people, there's somebody that's in a similar case that in what am I trying to say, in the same boat that you are in. So that's something to think about. I've seen people get quoted anywhere from $5,000 up to $15,000, $20,000 to do all of this, and it's a pretty straightforward thing if you have an easy case. And just to kind of, we're gonna get to my timeline, I just want to explain a few things. Also, the reason why a lot of DACA recipients do advanced parole before applying to adjustment of status is because just adjustment of status, if you want to do it here in the US, at one point in your life, you have had to had a legal entry. And most of us DACA recipients don't have a legal entry because our parents brought us here without a legal entry. And so based off of that, there is kind of like a shortcut where you can apply for advanced parole with humanitarian reason, health reason, things like that. Go to Mexico, come back, get a stamp of a legal entry on your passport, and get a it's an I-94, which is your legal entry, where you've passed the inspection to come in and get cleared by immigration. So that's something that you should think about. And I think some laws have changed now. I think the Trump administration wants you to pay $1,000 on re-entry, which is crazy to me, because you're already spending so much money, and now they want to do this. It's just, the Trump administration is just crazy overall, and it's insane. But anyways, let's start with my timeline. I went on advanced parole in 2024, February, I believe. February. At the end of February, I was approved to go on advanced parole. Okay, I submitted my application for advanced parole, I think November of 2023. It took about 3 to 4 months to get it approved. So I got my letter in the mail giving me specific dates on when I could travel and when I needed to be back in the US. In my case, it was about 2 weeks. They gave me 2 week, what is it called? A 2 week period for me to go to Mexico, visit my grandfather, and come back. The crazy thing about this is that my grandfather lives down south in Tapachula, and I was going to go ahead and visit my grandmother. And at the time, they live in I think it's a town of Comalapa. And at the time, the cartel was very heavy there. I mean, taxis wouldn't go up there. Anybody living in Comalapa basically had to walk at least 5 miles out of the town or out of the city. I think it's a little town, out of the town, so they could catch a taxi or anything, because the cartel was very heavy there. Mexico had to send the National Guard out there to kind of clear out the area. But at the time that I went, it was a very strong thing that was going on. And I think it's about 2 hours from Tapachula, 2 hours. I don't really know. But anyways, there were some rumors about they were trying to move to Tapachula too, like try to invade some of those areas. And so me being here in the U.S. all my life, not knowing anything about Mexico and how they operate down there, it was concerning me, and it was concerning my parents, because they were like, do you really want to go all the way down there, or do you just want to go to Mexico City, kind of visit there, and it like kind of make it a safe trip. I haven't seen my grandparents in 25 plus years, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and go visit them. My grandfather is blind, so it's very, very difficult to take him into transportation if they wanted to go to Mexico City. It was just way, way too much for him, because I lived it firsthand, because we had to take him to the eye doctor. I don't know what the term is. We took him to the eye doctor, and trying to get him into the taxis in Mexico or the buses was just an insane experience for me, because I'm like, y'all see an elderly person that is blind and you're still not letting him in. It was crazy. Like I had to like put my foot down in some cases where I'm like let my grandfather in, because he's blind and he needs help. Mind you, my grandfather's 82. So it was difficult for me to have them come to me in Mexico City when they're all the way down in Tapachula. It was more money, more time, just not a comfortable thing. So I decided to go. I was there for about a week, came back, and the whole experience of me going from Tapachula to Mexico City, the nerves were already getting there. Just the fact that I could not be let in, like that was scaring me. The fact that they could just deny my entrance was scaring me, because at the time my daughter was a little over a year. My wife was here, scared as well, didn't know what to expect, and but we got to Atlanta. Went through immigration. I was only in that little cuartito, that's what they call it, the little room, for about maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Got right back out. They called my name, they put a stamp, and I was good to go. Right after that, insane experience, insane, like the emotions and the happiness and the joy that I felt at that moment when they stamped my passport. I was like, it's done. After that, literally in about 2 days, I started working on my adjustment of status, because I knew that come April 1st of 2024, they were going to increase a lot of the application fees. So I was wanted to get everything out before that. So I started to do everything when I came back around March. And every single day, I was working hard to get this filled out. Sent it, certified, overnighted it. That way it could get there before April. And got a receipt that everything was received about a month after. Didn't hear about anything for months until September. I got a notice that, hold on. In August, I got a notice that the I-130, which is the petition for relative from your spouse, that was approved. So I was like, good to go. waiting on the I-485. And at that time, my combo card was approved. Combo card is basically they give you a work permit for 3 to 5 years, while your 485, which is your green card, is being processed. So they give you a work permit and a travel permit at the same time, so you can travel and do whatnot. I never went on a trip, so I never tried my combo card. I still have it, but I never used it. But people say you can go in and out of the country. Doesn't have to be a humanitarian reason or anything like that. You can do that while your 485 is being reviewed or pending. Unless your 485 gets declined and they decline your request to adjust your status, then that combo card is null and void. So I was waiting for any answers on that. So I already had my combo card. The I-130 was approved by August. September, I get a notice that there was an RFE. RFE means that there is a request for more information on an application. I looked at it. It was basically a quote-unquote arrest that I had back in 2015, but I never got arrested. I had to go to the courthouse, get copies of the citation that I got, and it was a dismissed case. I had to get all the copies of that, send it back to immigration. And at that point, I'm like, it's just gonna be a month or two for them to get back at me or whatever. Didn't hear back for months, and I think around March of 2025 of this year, I was like, I'm just gonna stop checking. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm just gonna leave it in God's hand and just, you know, he'll do his work. And then in September, I had remembered. I'm like, shoot, I sent my adjustment of status. Let me check the status on that, because like I said, I had just not forgotten, but just kind of put it on the side, because I'm like, I'm gonna get something in the mail or something, and I have a different email for that, and I'm not always logged into that email. So I logged into the email that I use for my cases, my online cases, and I had gotten something literally the day before. The day before, I had gotten something where it said immigration there's been a change on your case, or an update on your case or whatever. So I'm over here trying to like see what the heck is going on, or whatever. And then it said your 485 has been approved. And I was like, okay, well, what's the next step? Usually the next step is you get an interview. No matter if you're DACA, no matter, everybody was getting interviewed. So I was like, all right, the interview is next. And then I got a notice again a week after saying that that step had been complete. And usually a lot of people would get that, and then a few days later it would it would pop up a notification that the interview has been scheduled. The immigration site is so confusing sometimes. You get so many different timelines, and there's so many information that sometimes can make you think a certain way. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna probably wait just for my letter that says I got an interview on whatever date. A few days go by, nothing is done, and then I get a notification again about a week after saying your case has been closed, your case has been approved, card was produced. That was at the end of September. When was that? Yeah, probably towards the middle of September. Card was produced, and it has been sent out to you. And I got a letter in the mail saying that if you don't get your card in 90 days, please reach out to us or whatever. So I'm over here excited because I'm about to get my green card in the mail. Turns out USPS lost it. I've already submitted a request to find it. USPS is the worst. They don't contact you back. You try to call, you have to go through all these automated, and then even then you can't speak to a real person. So I've already gone in person to try to get somebody to call me, like a supervisor. Nothing happens. I'm going to go on Friday again. Tomorrow I'm going to go again, see what the heck is going on, because it's been almost 3 weeks that this has been lost. I've already submitted a case, or submitted a what is it? Yeah, submitted like a case for missing card, and I'm gonna try to see what immigration says. But trying to get an answer for immigration, like I said, also takes a long time. So I don't know when I'm gonna get my green card. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm kind of in limbo right now. Everything has been approved, and technically I am a permanent resident right now without a green card, and but it hasn't hit me yet because I don't have my green card. So it's like I'm still in limbo. I don't know what the heck is going on. But that's my timeline. It took a little bit over a year. Or hold on. Yeah, a little bit over a year, probably about a year and a half for everything. If I wouldn't have gotten the RFE, maybe it would have processed a little faster, but things happen for a reason. I'm not sure what the reason is. Maybe to teach me some patience, but everything has been approved. I'm just trying to have the green card in my hands. That's basically it. So that's my timeline, you guys. I know some people get it within 6 months. Like the whole process takes about 6 months. Some people is 1 year. Some people have done it in 2 years. It just depends on your case, depends on where it's sent to, depends on the officer as well. There's just so many things that can hold up your application. With me being a permanent resident from a U.S. spouse, after 3 years, then I can apply for my citizenship. I think the green card is going to be, I think 5 or 10 years. But after the 3rd year, I can apply for my citizenship if I want to become a citizen. So that's going to be the next step. I haven't even looked into that, but that will be the next step. So hopefully this was helpful. If there's any questions, I can try to help if it's something that I know. But you guys, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not. That's why I'm saying go to that Facebook page, and that will give you all the knowledge that you may need. Because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know anything. I just know everything about my case. So hope this answers any or not answers, but motivates people to do their adjustment of status. My wife had been telling me to do it when we first got married. I'm the type of guy that whenever somebody wants to help me in any kind of way, I don't like it. And so it took her about 2 or 3 years to convince me to do it. Done it. Now we're just kind of waiting for it to hit in my hands. So hopefully that answers any questions that you guys had about my timeline, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Also, I want to start vlogging on this channel, but I don't know if you guys are going to like that, but I don't know what to do. So we'll see you guys in the next video.